June 6th will be an anniversary for me of not drinking, getting high, smoking cigarettes. And a couple of weeks after that event passed, I was sitting where I was living, and I took out a piece of paper, and it was suggested to me to create a gratitude journal. So I started writing down things I was thankful for. And I was told at the time, when you initially start, because you have these negative thoughts in your head and you have all these energies from what you've just been through and everything, that you may have some days when it's hard to really find things to be grateful for. So, start with that you're alive. Start with that you have a roof over your head. So I did, and I wrote down a bunch of things. And at the time I was like, man, this is kind of corny and everything. Okay. So recently I've gone through and I found those pages, and I've gone through and written them. And this is something that Dr. DeMartini told me once. One of the guys was in The Secret. Keep a gratitude journal, write things down, and then go back and look. And as time passes from those events, you'll just realize how many wonderful things you have and you've experienced. So I look at that from time to time now that I found it again, and I remember where I was, and I was not having a good day. And I had recently stopped, doing all these things, and it was tough. So I just sat down with nothing to do, and I wanted to have more important things to do than write in a journal. But I just took the time and I wrote down this stuff, and it's amazing. It was like the roof over my head, the people around me. And the more I thought about the wonderful things, the wonderful people in my lives, and focus on that, I started feeling better. Well, today when I read that and I go back and look at it, even though it's coming up on a year, it brings a smile to my face, and it makes me feel all teary because it makes me feel gracious. So I guess my question is, why is that so powerful? Why does it make you feel good? And why is it so powerful at helping to eradicate these negative thought patterns that are playing over in our head?
Well, one is that it replaces them. Yeah. When we take our blessings and the good things in our life for granted, and when you make a point of writing them down, then it concretizes them. You're no longer taking them for granted. And they begin to take the space in your mind and in your life that the negative thoughts had. And so, it's like shining a light on a situation and removing the darkness. So the gratitude thoughts and list, and it's important to write them because there's something very powerful about writing. It makes it real. Saying it is good too. I'm not saying don't say it. I'm saying in addition, take the time to write it down. In addition to, the joy of coming upon those and seeing how much our lives have changed and truly how much cumulatively we have to be grateful for. But we lose track of it. We focus on, I've got that, but what I really want is, I accomplished that, but I didn't accomplish this. Right. And we jump right to what we didn't do or don't have. And taking the time to write down the gratitude makes you feel it, makes you aware of it, and then you begin to see life differently because let's say you write it at night before you go to sleep. Then during the day you're looking for, what am I going to write tonight? She just asked me, if I wanted some coffee. What a kind thing to do. She was thinking about me. She didn't say, hey, go get me some coffee. She said, would you like some coffee? I'm getting up. Okay, or he said, right. I was a little stereotypical, or he said, would you like some coffee? I'm going to get some for myself. And how do you take it? Do you put sugar and cream, and how much? It's like real that somebody's thinking about you and you're not alone. So there are ways that we begin to bring more of that into our world. And instead of just taking it for granted that someone did that, then when they come back with it, you say, thank you, that was really thoughtful of you. I appreciate that. And of course, they're going to do it again because that felt good to get complimented. So it builds in our mind, and it builds in our reality. And we draw, as we release the negative, it's truly dark thoughts, and we replace them with the light, with the positive, and we literally become lighter. That's what enlightenment is. Mm-hmm. We replace the fears, the negativity, the worries, the anger, the blame, the shame, all the guilt, all those negative emotions slowly get replaced with all the beauty and love and gratitude.